Hey, what's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 bait from 2020 that I actually have successful or did really good on them. So all these lures, some of them are made by me, some of them I bought them, and some of them I actually painted. So, but you can still get them from the store. Let's see, a little list here. So my number 1 lure, this is actually all these lures is actually from good to bad or really good to good. Anyway, number 1 lure is this one right here. This is a do hardcore. I think this is Juni. What is it? I think this is Noisy 85, not the 105. This is the 85. I'm not really sure the pattern or the color, but this is more like bluish to me. And this one actually been doing really good for me. I caught so many fish with it. I think this is 85 millimeter. So this one I throw them on my top water lure, top water rod, which I will be doing my rod setup on next video or in next week or so. So this is my favorite lure so far from last year. I caught so many fish on them, mostly top water. I mean, mostly in summer or late summer. So this lure, the funny story is I got this lure actually from Ollie for like $8. It's like super cheap compared to like Tackle Warehouse. They're selling it for $15, I believe. So this lure I got it for $8. I went to test it out. I kind of love it. I take this one out on a kayak with my friend and me fishing trip down the street, not too far from here. We caught a lot of fish with it, especially in the morning. So the fish just coming out, you know, in the shallow and stuff like that. So just cast them out there right in the shore. So just keep getting hit like constantly. So it's probably one of the best days so far last year for fishing. That's why it was my number 1. So I mean, if you want this, I can give you the link below, or you know, I'll make sure I'll let you guys know the name and the model of it. I'll see you can find a color. So yeah, that was my number 1 lure. If you guys don't have one, I suggest you get one. It's really fun. My second one is actually, see, my first and second one is actually really similar, but the second one it actually also is one of my favorite. So this little crankbait right here. If you look at this side, you see that little teeth mark right there. This is the exact same setup that I got. I mean, this is the one I painted. I got the blank lure from eBay. I paint crawfish pattern on it with my airbrush. So this one actually doing really good for me too, especially, you know, shallow rock area on the river. I throw them in there, you know, crank them. Even in summer you catch them. This is a flat side. If you go, this is pretty much just kind of replica of Little John, flat side Little John, I believe. I caught so much fish on this. Anyway, the teeth mark right here, this is from Muskie. Yeah, the Muskie. I caught a Muskie with this little lure right here. I know it's funny, but I actually caught a Muskie on this lure. I was so happy. Same hook. I got a little smaller hook back here, a little more wide gap hook in the front. So the funny story about me catching a Muskie in this lure is actually I was throwing for bass. I was throwing my medium moderate 6'10" rock with 10 pound test line, and you know, it's my cranking lot, my light cranking stuff. I throw this lure. It was kind of in middle of summer. So me and my girlfriend got on my kayak. Then we just go down river a little bit, you know. So we're just enjoying the day and stuff. Kind of get to go out. So I come across this bank. We just got a little overhang of the tree, kind of overhang a little bit. So we create that little shadow, little shade there along the bank. But the bank was rock, so like rock, a boulder, stuff like that. So I cast this lure in there underneath the shade. I just like the drag just keep going off and off on my reel. So it's a BAITCASTER. So I thought it was a pike, or I thought it was a big bass, you know, because I caught bass before I caught muskie. So anyway, I start reeling it in, you know, I keep fighting it. Take about like 5 or 10 minutes to get the fish in. The fish jumped, didn't realize it's not a bass anymore. It's a muskie. That was my first muskie I ever caught. Hopefully that won't be the last muskie. But I really enjoy it. It's really fun. I was so happy to caught my first muskie, so I gotta check that one off the list. Hopefully this year I'll be to catch some too. But that lure is actually, this lure right here is actually really great. Got some moist on it, but nothing too crazy. But even summer's work perfect. Try them early spring too. Okay, so also some of my favorite crankbait is right here too. I'll show you some. This is also the lure I painted right here. This is the replica out of NYKBF crank. So you can see the front. See how it's got little like really sharp shape to it. So when it's going in the water, it's actually really kicked really wide, and it's got that little noise action to it. Anyway, it's a square bill, but it's a shallow square bill. It's got really wide action when you it's not like glide bait, but just like go like this, you know, side to side, up and down, stuff like that. Great accent. Smalley love them. I went to one of the finger lake that I've been fishing for tournament. I caught all my fish in the lure. It's kind of sucked to say it, but I caught 80%, 90% of my fish on these two lures right here. It's the same exact thing, just different pattern. This is perch. This is more bluegill kind of style, I believe. I don't really know what I'm doing at first, but it turned out to be that really great pattern for bluegill. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have one, you definitely have to try it out. You can get them from Tackle Warehouse for, I believe, how much is it? Wow, $18-19. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll put the links on it. It's called NYKBASSFISHING. It's a square bill crankbait. So you want to try it out, you know, test it out if you want. I got 10 S crank, the blank one, for like $15. And I painted, you know, put some eyes on it, clear coat it, and put some hook and terminal split ring on it, and it worked fine for me. So one of the ways to save money, you know, you want to do it. I enjoy like doing like doctor or you can like modding lure and fishing, stuff like that. I really enjoy doing it more, even though it's probably end up costing me more money doing it than actually go buy that from the store. And anyway, next lure is actually this is Spinnerbait. This is I believe this is Booyah half-ounce white spinnerbait. This is a Colorado with Viola and Colorado combination. So, and I have this a pair with Dragon Trail from Bass Pro. This is the perfect combination right here for shad imitation or for any like big fish imitation, you know. This is tend to work on cloudy day, sun. I mean, No, actually sunny day. Sunny day I throw this because I remember I was at one of the lake, Finger Lake I went to. I throw this spinnerbait right here. I caught so many fish with it. Wait, I believe it was this one. Okay. I actually got this one for free. My tungsten. I actually got that one for free. I got that one off the tree, and I started throwing that one and caught a lot of fish on it. At first, I was throwing this one. This is also Booyah, double yellow. We got gold and silver. This is half ounce, I believe. This is also imitating shad. This is probably one of my favorite lure for like cover a lot of water, structured fishing and stuff like that. You know, I just cast it through a bunch of stuff and not to worry about having any snacks or anything like that. You can. I actually put little chartreuse, you know, spite it. Actually, little chartreuse trail on my speed crawl, I believe. So it's got a little kick, you know, muddy water, perfect, right? The spot I was fishing, actually, it was a rock wall, and the wind kind of pushed against the rock wall and create that little muddy style, you know, like a bunch of like muddy and wooden stuff. Like, I mean, it's pretty nasty, but it's got some shade, overhang shade on the rocky on the bottom. So I cast this on underneath there, and I just like, I'm gonna say like caught probably 10 fish on that stretch right there. I was follow a boat. I think a boat was catching. They was doing shadow bait and some single, I believe. I don't think they caught anything. I just followed behind because they kind of cut me off. So because they got motors, so they kind of get there before I am. I was just following behind with the spinnerbait, and I keep catching them. I think that they turn around and look at me like a couple times. I was making noises, you know. They turn around, look at me a couple times, and they just end up leaving that spot. Anyway, the next lure is Texas rig. You understand Texas rig. I chop my rig, but I'm not gonna show you. But anyway, I use I use quarter to half ounce weight. I use tungsten mostly because it's how compact, tiny it is, and how dense it is. You know, for the hook I use 3/0, really tiny hook. 3/0's actually really perfect combo for me. I think it's great for small lure or big lure. This is a Bandito. I poured this one actually. I got a mold from eBay, and I make this mold. Not make it. I make this lure and inject it with some reused plastic, so it's black and purple. Anyway, you can use 3/0. It's one of my favorite side hook. People use 5, 4, you know. 3s. The reason I use 3 is because I use a lot of light rig and smaller lure plastic, you know. So it kind of stay up in the water column a little bit longer. And it doesn't really need to get down. You really have to if you just throw my jig, which is I have like 7/8 house jig or half hour jig. You know, I got grass jig that I usually use that instead of Texas rig. I use Texas rig. Hot bottom. I usually just use like football jig and stuff like that. Sometimes if I pack them, stuff like that. If I pack mostly I don't pack my Texas rig. Only time I pack my Texas rig is actually when I fish on a rock, because keep getting hung up so easily if I don't pack them. And yeah, I mean, I'm not really great fisherman on Texas rig is not really my strong side. Last but not least, my top 5. I mean my number 5. So this is one of my favorite also. This is a swim jig. I believe this is 3/8. I made this swim jig. I poured it with it's leaded 3/8. So I poured a swim jig. I don't do it anymore, but I don't do any jig or jig head anymore. I used to, then I kind of sell all those out because I don't really have time for it anymore. But I make so much that I have enough to cover me in like next 2 or 3 years. This is the setup right here. This is the swim jig, represent shad, bluegill. You can green pumpkin. You can represent bluegill. You can represent any bait fish. The color I use is white or green pumpkin, maybe black sometime. But I have so many colors. But white and green pumpkin is probably 2 main colors that I use the most. 3 egg is probably my favorite size. 3 egg, quarter, sometimes half maybe a little bit too much half. Usually 3 egg and quarter. It's usually my to-go weight. I used this one actually. One of the tournament I used, it was, let's say it was at the rain, it was muddy. It was in this little creek and stuff like that. I just like slow reeling back in, just slow reeling back in, like not really touching the bottom. It's kind of like a foot. Just imagine like slow reeling it in, not too fast, not too slow, like you hit the bottoms and stuff like that. I caught like 3 fish on them, 2 bass, 1 pike, and I almost lost this lure because the pike, the pounder pike, I like it. But anyway, yeah, this is one of my favorite lure. I don't really fish much last year, gonna be honest, because the COVID thing, it's changed so much. And I don't know what's wrong with me. Towards the end of the season, my motivation for fishing is just not the same anymore. This year I'm excited, like last year I'm already excited at the beginning of it, and at the end of it you just don't want to fish anymore. Anyway, so hopefully this year is gonna be a great year. Thanks, hopefully you guys stay safe, stay healthy. I will see you guys, some of you guys in the fishing tournament in NYKBF, or any, I might gonna fish a lot on the river, Susquehanna River to be exact. I can't wait to throw some of my swim bait that I've been trying to get into this year. I've been have some swim bait, but I don't really throw it much. But this year I'm gonna try to actually throw a lot of swim bait. You will see more video from it, and I'm excited to show you guys and more. I got a list right here for some of the video I have to do. It's 2021 goal thing that I want to do. Also, I want to create more content so you can go back and watch it, which I enjoy more. Actually, I enjoy go back and watching my own video to see, like, especially like tournament stuff like that, to see like what I did wrong, what I did right, so I kind of get some idea because I forgot over time. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video, and the next video actually I want to do, it's actually it's I don't have a baitcaster. It's a Shimano baitcaster, SLX MGL, I believe. Yeah, MGL versus normal SLX. To just do comparison video to show you guys what's the pro and the con between each two. I've been using both of them. I've been using the normal SLX for over a year now. The MGL, I just got it for a couple months, so I really want it. I've been testing it out, and so far I'll give you guys some review on that. That will be the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below if you guys have any question, any suggestion, comments, stuff like that. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next video.